Yeah, it's welcome to Morning Oddities. Again, not the drunk podcast. It'll be
We're
back.
we'll
It'll be
we'll,
back.
we'll get
It'll be
there.
back. It'll be back. Don't even have time for that. Ain't got time for that. Anyways, um,
Literally, we're
literally,
very busy.
yes. Life has been happening quite a lot. Anyways, as it does. Um, this episode is gonna be a quick and brief one, but
Mhm.
yeah. They shadow dropped Oblivion, the
Yeah,
Oblivion Remaster. Uh,
yeah. We we
so we weren't
we weren't
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah. So everyone that said, "Oh, it's fake, it's never happening," well, it happened.
It was pretty funny on the Oblivion Reddit page. There was like
Right.
one guy who was like, if uh if the Oblivion remake actually does shadow drop, I will film myself eating a picture of Todd Howard, and then it shadow dropped, and everyone and people were tagging him, being like, "Pay the fine." So he posted a video of himself eating a picture of Todd Howard.
Oh, that's
He was
awesome.
like, "I said I would do it." So I think
Right.
there was another person who was like, who
Uh,
was like, "If it shadow drops, I'll buy the first comment, um,
a
a
copy.
copy."
Oh, that's awesome.
Because I don't think it's gonna shadow drop, and then it shadow dropped, and he was like, and they tagged him, and he was just like, "I'm good on my word. I'll own up
But
to it."
um, let me tell. Well, let me tell you. Uh,
We were starting to seem like us Elder Scrolls fans were starting to seem like Bloodborne fans for a minute
Right,
there.
but at
Yeah.
least there was an actual possibility. However, as a Bloodborne fan, I had a glimmer of hope because I just bought a licensed official from Sony, copyrighted 2025 Bloodborne shirt.
Ooh,
Why would
nice.
they have merch for a game they haven't supported in 10 years all of a sudden?
Money,
Well,
possibly,
money,
but
but I mean, that gives
trying to
me
build
hope.
hype, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like secret, like that would be so like ARG. That would be so Bloodborne though. Like that would be so FromSoft of them to
Yeah, just
like
their
give us
their
hints
their
through
whole marketing campaign is
like
just like
subliminal like
dropping hints.
yeah, not even like leaks, just
I,
like just
it's
out in
like,
the world. You
well, at this
but
point
anyways,
with Oblivion, it's like the shadow drop was so successful that I'm at this point, like, putting my tinfoil hat on. I'm convinced that maybe some of the leaks were on purpose.
oh definitely.
Like,
Definitely.
like
And
that they knew they
so
could
here's
build
the
hype that
thing.
way. That's
Virtuos in my honest opinion, did a phenomenal job.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not perfect, and it's still got the quirks and weird some of the bugs in the
Hmm.
original Oblivion, and even the dialogue quirks. Like they recorded a lot of new stuff, but they kept some old dialogue, and they even keep the elf, the lady that was like, oh wait, let me do that again.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't encountered,
The
but I've seen
the
the videos of it.
the
Like the
I've
second takes
I've
and just
caught
the
myself
weird
laughing,
quirkiness.
like laughing at the game
Oh
because of
yeah,
just like the MP, and it's the same shit that
I'm
happened
so
in
glad it has
Oblivion, but
that.
I'm just experiencing it again.
I'm
The other day I was playing. It's early on in the main quest line. You meet what's his name, Boris or whatever, the Blades guy. You
yeah,
meet him at that tavern
yeah,
after you save Martin the
yeah.
first time. And he's like, sit down and pretend like you don't see me and follow the guy, like that whole thing. And I sat down, and he gets up and he leaves, and the guy gets up to follow him, and I
Yeah,
press the A button to stand back up,
yeah.
and I accidentally steal something from the counter, and this shopkeep standing there right in front of me, just dead still, just goes, "Stop, you malicious scum!" like just curses me out.
I was just
And I had to
playing.
be like, damn it, I gotta reload now.
I was just playing a second ago, honestly, before we were recording.
Yeah,
And
I was playing a little bit ago.
I'm in Bruma for a little while up in the northern. I did travel down
Nice.
south. I went out of my way to acquire some armor. I shouldn't.
Nice. Oh yeah,
But
yeah. You sent me the picture. Yeah.
and I have
I'm
already modded it. a bit.
I like how
Randy.
Bethesda was like, we're not supporting mods on this one, which I understand why, because of the
but
Unreal Engine part.
but
But
there's
then people
already
quickly figured out that because
yeah.
it's only the graphic stuff is running in
Yeah, all
Unreal
the
Engine,
scripts and
everyone's
whatnot,
like, we can still mod it.
you can still mod it.
And there's already
Uh
like 600 mods on the Nexus or
yeah.
something like that,
Uh
which is great,
anyways, to be honest, I've played Fallout 3, which supposedly is getting the same treatment
supposedly.
coming up,
Yeah.
which would be amazing. Slap on. And I'll talk like the stuttering, like on my rig, it's there. It seems to be better. I've ironed some
Hmm.
things out. I've messed with settings. I was just like, oh, I'm just going for pure fidelity here. I'm running everything on ultra. I'm ironed some things out. And also, uh, it seems to be getting better, but yeah, there's some stuttering here and there.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, the performance
but
across the board isn't like the best, but it's not
it's
bad. Like it's
it's
not
okay. It's
like
surprisingly really good considering you're Frankensteining the creation engine essentially with
yeah.
Unreal 5 on top of that.
Yeah, and that was a lot of people's concerns
So,
when they heard even just the rumors of what they were doing with it. They're
yeah,
just like,
but it
but
honestly, some stuttering and FPS drops, I really don't give a damn.
yeah,
I am playing a next gen looking version of Oblivion, but it's still Oblivion.
it's
So I think
still just
remaster
it's
is the
still
correct
like
term
yeah, they did
in
change
this
some
case.
gameplay stuff. They
Yeah,
improved some stuff, but it's
it's
still
teetering towards
just
remake,
plays like Oblivion. It's
but
still
it's mostly just Oblivion, just with facelift, you
yeah.
know. And
I'm I am playing it on the Steam Deck.
I tried.
And I'm sure some people out there who might hear this are going to be like, "Oof." Uh, it
Yeah,
it plays though, and I'm having a fun time with that. Like,
I
yeah,
mean it's
yeah,
technically Steam Deck verified,
okay.
but
It does not deserve the verified status.
yeah,
Doesn't deserve that. However, it is still playable.
yeah. Well, eventually when you do get a rig, you're
It's
gonna
not
really,
ideal, but it's still playable. But put this in perspective.
or you could get it on console,
I
just
used
suck it up
I
and
I used to run back in what like 2012, 2013. I used to run modded Skyrim on a crappy laptop that could barely hold 20 to 25 frames a second
yeah,
ever.
right. We've all been there. We all started somewhere.
I don't care that I'm not
Right.
getting the best frame rate. It's still
Uh,
playable. I'm having a good
well,
time with
yeah, I
it.
mean,
And
sometimes
I remember playing on that laptop, playing Skyrim, and there
you
were
didn't really
other
think about that as much.
yeah, well there are
I
other
feel like
games I tried to play on that laptop that were similar and I was just like I can't do this. I can't
I
play
knew,
this one.
like, I
But
knew when,
Skyrim I could deal with it. I was just
right.
like I don't care.
The PS3 version of Skyrim's cursed, and that's what I
Yeah.
played on.
Yeah,
Uh,
I played
and
the
I will
360
say,
version originally.
um, yeah, back then I didn't really think about FPS. I was just like, oh, it is kind of running shitty, but whatever.
Yeah, no, it
Uh,
runs like shit on the Steam Deck, but it's still
well, no, no, I mean back
playable.
then, no, the Steam Deck,
I've had no moments during
I was
my game
dunging,
so far that I
I did
haven't been able to like actually play the game.
I did one of the Ayleid dungeons with little to no issues on Steam Deck. Yeah, running on low settings, but I mean, hey, you
Mo
can do it.
most
Like
of the
interiors
problems
are always going to run better
most of the problems come in
than
like the open world.
yes. Well, that's even on my rig. I mean, I
Um,
have stuttering and
but
drops,
you
but
know, it's
especially
not a
like
big
if there's
deal.
rain but I will say though, when you eventually get a rig or even get on console,
Yeah.
whatever route you decide to go, save money on console or invest in a PC, but turning up the settings. Like I said, I was even
Yeah.
willing for like some sub 60 FPS.
Mhm.
Uh, just because I think the fidelity is, yeah, I want it to run well, but the fidelity is really the main
Yeah.
reason this exists because we want a modern looking version. But the gameplay changes are, I think, minor enough. It plays a bit more like Skyrim, the combat,
Yeah.
but not
Yeah.
quite.
It's a
It's
little
still
bit more Skyrim like
like there's no like
they
kill animations
adjusted
and
the
whatever.
leveling system.
Yeah, the leveling and
should be a little bit more
I
balanced.
did
It
get a mod,
still
however, though.
still has its quirks.
I got a mod that makes items level with you as you level.
Oh,
So
that's
you get
nice.
a good one and you don't have to like get rid of it later on because it's
Yeah.
irrelevant. Like if I find a sword I like, I want to use that for my character
Yeah.
through the playthrough, like really role play it instead of just exchanging all the time.
That's a problem that
Um,
like really all the Elder Scrolls games have. I remember
yeah,
like Skyrim,
it's not as
there
bad with Skyrim from
it's
what I
not as
remember.
bad, but you still
It's there, but
like there are certain items that like Dawnbreaker.
yeah.
If you do that quest too early on, I remember
Yeah, and
you get like a shittier version of the
the
sword.
quest activates like around level 12 or so.
Yeah,
Um,
something like that.
so it's an early quest. But
New
if you
hand
wait,
touches the
yeah,
beacon.
if you wait. Um, but the what was I getting to? Oh, so yeah, I've played tiny bits of Oblivion in the
Hmm.
past. Like not even like barely getting out of the prison and my thing was I was like I appreciate it. I like the leveling systems. In fact, I still like the leveling systems more than Skyrim's, the
Hmm.
more natural accruing cool perks. Like I think that's way cool. I mean, yeah, getting the hand select things in Skyrim,
The
great. But for me, I love that it just kind of just happens. Like the more you block, you get block skill. The more you
mhm.
whatever, uh, you achieve that skill. And like I love all the stats, like your athletics, your speed, agility, all that
Yeah.
like just
The
doing things. I mean,
the
Skyrim does that, but I mean,
the problem
it
with
feels a little bit
Oblivion's
more.
the problem with Oblivion's leveling was always, and they seem to have smoothed it over a little bit, but the problem is still a little bit there in the remaster. Is it's not the leveling that's the problem, it's the level scaling.
Oh yeah,
So
definitely
if you
scale. Yeah,
at least in the original game, if you either don't if you don't download a mod that just fixes it,
yeah,
because there's mods out there. The simplest solution is there's a mod that just makes it for the original game that makes it so when you level up, you automatically gets +5 to all your main attributes that are like
right.
related to your major skills, and that just fixes the leveling problem.
Yeah,
But the
yeah,
problem is that if you don't micromanage your leveling, you will get to level 15, which means you're fighting level 12 enemies, but you are doing the damage of a level 5 character.
right. If you're putting
Would
specking
be,
wrong or whatever.
yeah, and it's really
Um,
unforgiving in that sense.
yeah.
So like
It
it's
seems to be
so
better
easy
here.
just to fuck yourself in the
But I
later
will
game.
say, since I barely did play the original Oblivion, this is just like a new game for me, a whole new
Yeah.
experience. And to experience with these visuals, the open world of Cyrodiil is just amazing. It's that more just classic high fantasy,
Yeah.
and yeah, Skyrim's great and all the Nordic Viking stuff, but that you know it doesn't feel fresh anymore because I've played hundreds and hundreds of hours of it, and I'm like, I'm done with all that. However, roaming around Bruma and northern Cyrodiil and seeing the throat of the world in distance from Frostcrag
Yeah.
Spire and looking at all the textures and Nordic stuff, the more Nordic stuff that's up there, I'm like at Bruma, I'm like, so yeah, that's basically what Skyrim would look like
Yeah.
with this. And are they gonna release Skyrim yet another time with Unreal Engine?
I mean, that would be pretty cool.
Why? I mean, honestly, why wouldn't they?
Ugh.
This sold. This has over 4 million copies sold, and
Yeah.
majority of them, even though it's on Game Pass, are from Steam.
Yeah.
People rather just buy this and avoid Game Pass altogether and just own it. Well,
Yeah.
like the
People were
less.
just like, it's all
Uh,
the Elder Scrolls fans just being like,
yeah,
here's my money, here's my
and
wallet.
this is
Just,
tiding us over till Elder Scrolls
yeah.
6 comes out. And for a lot of people, it's a completely new experience. And
It's just,
uh
yeah, I mean, it's
it's
just
funny
amazing.
though. I've seen stuff on Reddit about the lock picking, how people are getting frustrated. It's like, bro,
Yeah.
just take the time to learn the old system. It's not hard. Like
Yeah.
I
It's not that hard.
I feel like it can take longer than just Skyrim, but I feel like it's less annoying. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, they both have their quirks, but I feel like there's I don't know.
Yeah, I
And
mean
all these
it's
Skyrim players that never touched Oblivion,
oh, I'm seeing people
like I saw
online
someone
all of these news all these
they were like,
like
look at the Skyrim reference at the prison gate, or you know what I mean, the
I
sewer
have seen
gate.
some jokes
Like,
online like someone
that's actually the Imperial. It's like,
someone
well,
posted a joke online being like the map where you can see Skyrim labeled on the map being
yeah.
like I
Look
wonder
at
what
the
like it'd be really
reference.
cool if we got an Elder Scrolls game that explored this region up here.
Yeah.
Um
Right. Yeah.
I've been seeing like Elder Scrolls like Skyrim fans who like had never played anything else being like this is my favorite Elder Scrolls game now.
Right. I
Um
mean,
I mean
honest. I
I mean,
mean,
as someone who like I've played Oblivion before, Skyrim is still my favorite, but I will admit a large portion of that is out of like comfort gaming type of
right.
thing. Like it's not because I think Skyrim's a better game. It's not.
I think
But
Cyrodiil though. I mean, with Oblivion and the Oblivion Gate thing. I mean, that's such a good like.
yeah,
It's well, not mechanic, just a gameplay
there
thing,
there was a bug.
world
I
thing.
think they
But
patched it already, but there was a bug right at launch where Oblivion gates were showing up before Kavach.
oh yeah,
And someone posted online, they were like,
it's like
they
I cleared,
literally left the Imperial prison,
and then
and there was an Oblivion gate across the
that's wild. Alternate
and
start.
and their comment was just like, I know he said shut the close the jaws of Oblivion, but God
Yeah,
fucking damn it, like, give me a
yeah,
moment.
yeah. Um, I but I like that loop. I mean, because you got dungeons and stuff, but the Oblivion Gates, I mean, you get a whole world space to clear, like little world
Yeah,
space to clear, and you're like it's like Mordor. I
yeah,
mean,
it's
pretty
pretty,
much.
and
Especially the remastered visuals,
the
really
remastered
bring it to
visuals look
life.
really cool in
Yeah, the
the
Unreal, it's
gates.
so good. Yeah, and I've already got a shader that makes it look the color tones more
Oh
vibrant like the
yeah,
original game. Because that was the one complaint a lot of people had, and I mean it didn't bother me as much, but like the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, Oblivion was vibrant and lush and maybe unrealistically so, but it's a fantasy game.
yeah.
And I think it would be good on the developers. Who knows if they'll do it because modders already do it with reshade and whatever. But I think for console players, I think it'd be cool to like the Demon Souls remake to have different filters that you can apply
Hmm.
to the main game. Like you can have a vivid, like a classic looking one or whatever. Like in Demon Souls, uh, the remake, you can play the game in any of the photo mode filters.
Yeah.
There's like 25 of them, so you can like tailor it to exactly what kind of look you want the game to have. And like it's got the original look where it's all basically just gray, but
Uh-huh.
then the new one and then vibrant one, whatever. I think that this would benefit from that because yeah, there's
Hmm.
some people that want the realism that
Yeah.
this presents by default, but there's other people that want it as myself. I rather have a little bit more stylized, a little bit like the original Oblivion.
Yeah.
But there's pros and cons to both. I mean, I think by default it looks great. Well, phenomenal. I've taken some beautiful screenshots. Uh, but I did get a engine tweak that toned down the. This is such a nerd talk here. I got an engine I tweak from the Nexus that toned down the sky box brightness.
Oh yeah.
Like it kind of washes things out,
Yeah,
and it tones
I
that
found
it
a
turns that
I've
down a bit and it looks it looks even better, like it's wow,
nice.
like I can see like
I
it's
found
beautiful.
I found a an INI tweak that kind of ironed out some of the stuttering,
Yeah, I got
which
that too.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is pretty good.
uh
Um
but yeah, I mean
I'm also amazed by like just how they managed to like it looks like a brand new game, but it still looks like other than the like the color grading and stuff, still looks like like
oh no, yeah, all
The Khajiit and the
yeah,
Argonians look better than they've ever looked in Elder Scrolls.
it's the best they've looked.
It's like
I mean
it's
they're all
like
right.
they didn't
I
just do
like the
like
Khajiit and Skyrim enough.
yeah, like they
They're
didn't just
cool,
do like
but the
the
Argonians,
Skyrim Khajiit, but now looking better. No, they did the Oblivion's Khajiit,
well, I kind of hope
but
they
looking
go
better.
with maybe a mix between the Oblivion look and Skyrim.
I mean,
Like try to I
I
think the
think the
humans of
character,
Skyrim
yeah.
and then the beast of Oblivion would be perfect in Elder Scrolls
I think
6.
in general the look of all the characters in the remake is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like the high elves and the like the different elves and stuff look really good. You know, like
Well, I've seen some whack ass ugly characters, but that's the
oh
charm
yeah.
of it.
Oh
But
yeah.
speaking of
And
weird dialogue,
you can also make the ugliest characters
oh
like
God,
abominations
yeah, yeah.
possible,
I saw Moist
which
Critical. Yeah,
which
Charlie did one. That
yay.
was um but everyone's behind it and like this is great, this is amazing, thank you. Like the and the price, $50. I
Yeah.
mean, because it's a technically a remaster of a 20-year-old game. Yeah, it doesn't
Hmm.
really feel that way. It does feel next gen, except for the quirks that they left in, but I'm glad they did.
Yeah.
Um, but $50, and yeah, you can still spend extra $10 on horse armor and other deluxe stuff. But the classic, the first microtransaction, is back. But uh, but yeah, I mean, what else can I say? Oh yeah, I was buying some repair hammers and at a blacksmith, and as a Skyrim veteran though, I'm like, is there not smithing in this? Like, I'm asking seriously. Have I just
Yeah.
not ran into it or anything? Like, is there not? I know there's.
I
I'm excited for the spell crafting. My character's not really a mage type, but I'm kind of just doing like a ranger. But
the smithing is like it's just like repairing weapons and stuff in
right.
Oblivion.
That's what I've kind of
Yeah.
figured. I was like, unless I'm
Well,
just
it's like
missing
that is
something.
something I've noticed like a
But the
difference
armoring
between this
armor
and
perk.
like Skyrim is Oblivion takes more of the approach of like you are an adventurer.
Yeah, you're not
That is your role. You're
a
not a craftsman. You're not settling
right.
down and
I mean, I
having
kind of like that.
yeah, but Skyrim gives you more like you can like the smithing and
Gives you a bit
enchanting
more
and
role
stuff like
play, and it
that. It
gives you.
gives
But
yeah.
I think again like a blend of the two. Like have the Sky. You can't go back and not have Skyrim style smithing.
Well,
I mean, I
Skyblivion.
guess you could. Well, yeah. But
That's that's the answer to that.
I think exactly. Yeah, if you want a more Skyrimized, yeah, Sky Oblivion. But no, I was buying some repair hammers and stuff, and I'm fine with the weapon decoration. I'm used to that in the games like Fallout and like
Hmm.
uh Dark Souls used to do it. It doesn't really matter anymore. But like I was repairing everything, and I approached the smith in Brutma, and he said, "What?" Just said what when I approached him, and
I,
that
I
kind of giggled at me. Uh,
I love the Radiant AI conversations
yes.
that the different NPCs will.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
So
classic,
it's
like,
so
hello,
good.
goodbye, like that kind of,
Yeah, yeah.
no, it's great. I love that they made a deliberate choice to keep the weirdness and
Hmm.
quirks.
Yeah.
Now, do you think? I mean, I think with the sales and everything, maybe it wouldn't do as well, but a Morrowind in this style, oh my
That
God.
would be really good.
Because that game is the most alienating to Elder Scrolls players.
I think I think Morrowind could benefit from something like this, but a very different like style though.
Yeah,
Like
like a different art style.
different art style. Like I don't think
Like Unreal would translate well, or do you think it would take away from the like
I mean,
character of
I'm sure it would look great, but
right,
you know, how do you like take a game like Morrowind whose graphics are like way older and you
right,
translate it to modern
but
graphics
still
and
keep
make it still look
the
like
same feel,
Morrowind, you
right?
know,
Yeah,
because this one's like it's a pretty like it still looks like Oblivion,
yeah.
just
It
high
looks like how we
fidelity.
remembered it when we were
Yeah.
kids, you know.
Um, so yeah, I know. I think Morrowind would be cool to get something like
It
that,
would be
but
cool. I think we're gonna get a Fallout 3
yeah.
master. to
Yeah,
be honest.
I think so.
And would they do a New Vegas one?
Oof, oof.
The ugly stepchild that
I
everyone
w-
loves,
I would hope so.
you know,
We'll
because
find out.
I will say the Fallout games, more than even Oblivion, in my opinion, deserve a remaster just to,
Yeah,
uh, because they are not pretty games.
yeah.
Like, just not.
No, not.
Like, there's no good. At least even old Oblivion, it's vibrant.
Yeah,
It's,
it's got an art
high
style to it.
fantasy. It's
Yeah,
got art.
it's
Fallout's just like, yeah, everything's gray, and then New Vegas, everything's brown and yellow.
yeah,
You know, uh, but I mean, I get it, post-apocalypse, but you can bring color. Like the original Fallout was dark and desolate, but it had a lot of color that stood out and
mhm,
whatever, you know. But
yeah,
but not the Fallout 4 style. They went too. I think they went too kitsch with that, but like too. It kind of. I don't know. Fallout 4 style is a little too like retro nostalgia for me.
yeah. I mean,
I think like turn the dial down back to like gritty apocalypse. That's just
yeah.
my opinion.
I think
A little too clean.
Fallout
A
4 is
little
great, and
too.
I like a lot of the style in that game, but like, people forget like if you go all the way back to like Fallout 1 and 2, like not everything is just like 50s aesthetic.
Yeah,
There's also
exactly.
like Vietnam style
And
like
there's
stuff in
like
there too, and
Art
there's
Deco and like
yeah, like
I
it's
think they
not
went way too yeah, it's the way went way too hard in the 50s stuff.
yeah.
Um
And don't get me wrong, like Fallout 4 is a good looking game, but yeah, it
sterile.
did
It feels
miss
sterile.
something on the art
There's
style.
something's off about that. But I think a good remedy for any like these remasters coming going forward, and I hope, I mean, they don't have to do anything because it's doing great and people can mod it. But for console
Hmm.
players, like some kind of filter mode or photo mode, just give us an update with photo mode and with filters.
Yeah.
And I think that would answer at least visually, people can have the realistic, they can have the old school, um, shading, lighting. Well, not lighting, colors, whatnot.
Imagine if
But
someone released a mod that downgraded the graphics to look like the original Oblivion.
right. And but it plays it like it just basically just a mod that removes the Unreal textures.
Pay $50 to download a
Imagine if it
mod
had
that.
those textures though, and then but the lighting, like the
Oh
new
yeah.
lighting, that would be cool. Like
There
Minecraft.
there is a mod for the original Oblivion, and I've not installed it because it's kind of tricky to install. But what it does is, so when Oblivion was first showcased at E3
Mhm,
in 2006, it showed off real-time lighting
mhm.
system, which they scrapped in the final release.
The console's gonna handle it.
So yeah, the console's gonna handle it. But there's a mod out there that just re-implements that into the game, and it's night and day difference on
Oh
how
yeah,
how good the
lighting.
game looks.
Lighting does a lot
Yeah.
of heavy lifting, and the lighting in this is just beautiful. I love the when you cast a flare and like how you traveling through a dungeon and you see all the
Hmm. Yeah.
the light of the flare travel
I've
through.
been
Like it's
playing
so
through
cool.
the
And the enemies
arena
that
quest line, and
I
like
haven't.
when
No
it gets to like
spoilers.
nighttime in the arena
Yeah.
with the torches and
Oh yeah, that's
brazers
awesome.
and everything, it's fucking cool. It's
Also the monster designs, the character designs.
hmm
I I think they did a good job modernize them, keeping the feel. Uh, and they move so smooth. The motion capture, it's uncanny almost. It's a little uncanny. Like I fought my first couple skeletons in that Ayla dungeon right outside the sewer,
hmm
and I was like, this almost looks like one of those old stop motion like what like Sinbad. Like that's the
yeah.
vibes I got from the skeleton. I love the skeletons in this. They have so much more personality, which is a weird thing to say, but they do. I and like the zombies. I mean, I'd love to see Draugr, brought to life in this. But There's
There
gonna
is
be,
a
there's gonna be
drug.
mods for the. There's eventually gonna be a mod team for this that's like, let's add Skyrim to Oblivion Remastered. Oblivion.
Oblivion.
Yeah.
Screw
Um,
that. Let's deport Skyrim into the original Oblivion.
but I honestly, with how well this is done and how well it's been received, I am not throwing the chances out of getting a Skyrim. Well, they would have to call it something else. But well, I know, yeah, Skyrim remastered or special extra premium deluxe edition. But I could definitely I could see that happening. I think they would wait a tad bit longer though.
Yeah,
Maybe wait until like after Elder Scrolls 6, and then when
yeah.
that kind of loses its freshness, like in the 2030s, okay, Skyrim again.
Just
On
more Skyrim.
Unreal Engine 6. You can see every fiber of Jarl Bulgriff's beard. Oh, and the hair. Like on
The
the
hair
high
look
settings,
the hair looks
like
good.
One
Yeah.
Piece and stuff. Like it kind of throws me off though. The troll like has so much hair, like actual hair physics. Like I just see this big like mop running towards me. Uh, I want the ogres. I found my first group of ogres in the
Oh,
Pale
nice.
Pass.
Nice.
Yeah, I love like the creature. Like yeah, Skyrim has the giants and it has the man, the tundra type, and obviously dragons.
Hmm.
I would love to see how dragons look. Like I would love to see an more Oblivion style version of dragon, like the statue you see in the Imperial City.
Hmm.
Like a
Yeah.
more classic, like almost like the beauty, Sleeping Beauty type dragon.
Yeah. Like what you see at the end of the game.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Do you know how the
I've
game?
seen that. It's been a long time. I
Yeah,
I
okay.
watched like playthroughs on it
Yeah.
because I was like, it's a little too jank for me. I can just play my
Yeah.
Skyrim right now, but
Also, like I have to point out, like I know they used like archival audio and stuff like that, but like
I like that they keep.
they kept like voice actors. And I think they brought back some voice actors to like redo some lines. So
Yeah,
so
and
we've
then there's
still got
new,
Patrick Stewart and Sean Bean.
and they must have used some kind of software to upgrade like the sound
Yeah.
quality because
Yeah, because it
I
sounds
haven't,
good.
yeah, I haven't noticed any like, oh, that's obviously a 2005 microphone. Like I
Yeah.
haven't heard noticed any of that.
Yeah.
So
No, and
they probably use AI enhanced
I
it or
I
whatever.
suspect that they might have brought back some. So like Wes Johnson, who he does Sheogorath and Lucian LeChance, and
Hmm.
he's like the Imperial Guard. The stop! You violated the law.
Yeah.
Um, he's that guy. Like they reasonably could have brought him back.
I wonder if they deep faked any
Um,
of the voices, like AI'd any of them.
I don't know.
I feel like they definitely AI enhanced them though to make it sound because I don't think they rehired Patrick Stewart to record lines.
Probably
Uh,
not. No.
that would blow up the budget.
Yeah.
Plus he's too busy doing Professor X for the 18th time. So um anyways, I gotta get going, but yeah, Love and Oblivion remastered. Uh it's finally here. And this is definitely not gonna be the last time y'all hear about it, okay?
Nope. Yep.
Because every time we run into a new thing or whatever, it's gonna be like in the household name that my daily vocabulary, just like Skyrim was, now Oblivion.
Oh,
So it's good to be yeah, I mean I feel it's so fun playing something that's basically to me new. Like I know like some of the story beats and I know I played a tiny bit, but like to play something that's like basically new to me and
yeah.
like experience it like someone experienced for the first time in 2006. It's
Yeah.
such a cool feeling because I always think, man, I wish I could like forget and then re-experience it.
Yeah.
Well, 20 years later, I get to experience Oblivion basically for the first time.
And
And
it's good.
it's a
It's a
lot of
good
fun.
version to be
Yes.
playing. Yeah.
Yes. Now, Sky Oblivion, we barely touched on. You
Mm,
mentioned it, but I'm looking forward to modding my Skyrim for that.
yeah,
Even though I have this,
I
I have
want
no
to.
reason
I'm
to do
gonna.
it.
I'm
Other,
gonna play
I
that too.
I'm gonna check it out. See,
Bethesda apparently
see the labor of
sent
love.
some free copies of the remaster to the Sky Oblivion team,
That's awesome. That's
which
a really good sign of faith.
seems like a
Like
pretty classy move
it
by
is.
them.
Like
Um,
here you go,
so
have fun. Yeah, I
hopefully
mean
it's
like
just going to be one of those things where it's just going to be a good year for Oblivion fans.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
because it would not look it would be horrible PR. Like everyone that's
Oh,
happy right now, if they cease and desisted or did anything
yeah.
legally or otherwise to prevent Sky Oblivion from happening, I mean people would boycott Bethesda, at least the
Hmm.
PC fan gamers, which is the majority of, well, not the majority, but a good chunk of their audience. And yeah, I don't see that happening. I think they're
No.
keeping good faith. I think, yeah, this is out kind of conveniently when Sky Oblivion's coming out. I don't think that wasn't planned. It just wouldn't happen. Plus, they had a whole ass developing team, Virtuos, working on this. They probably whipped it up in like a year or two max. Like,
Yeah.
like just let's just Unreal Engine it. Just just. But it's not just that though, and that's what I appreciate. It's not just a graphical. Like there's things they've done to improve and things they've kept, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Um, anyways, I gotta get going.
All right.
But you have a great morning, and we'll talk to you.
Whenever you're listening to this.
We'll be yapping at you later.